Good day to you, everybody. I wanted to do a quick primer on using a KREG Jig for people who have never used one. And this is not for an experienced user. This is for the backyard warrior who wants to build some stuff and doesn't quite know how to connect boards. Now, if you're building a basic frame for something, one of the hardest things to do is connect two boards end to end, a butt joint. And this can be used for all types of things, trellises, backyard, I have benches I've made with these screws in the backyard that'll last forever. You go out and you spend 40 bucks and you get yourself a KREG Jig. It comes with a tapered bit that has a tapered tip on it, and has a little collar on there that allows you to adjust it to different depths of wood. Very simple thing. It comes with this unit right here, which clamps onto your piece of wood. It has a little feet on it in order for you to adjust the end to the depth of wood. You can use it from a ½ inch up to, I think, 1.5 inches or 1 1/4 inches. And it has these tapered, you can see the tapered holes in there, and they have a metal collar on them. And then when this jig goes in here, it spins around, locks in, and makes a tapered hole. It's such a simple thing. For those who have never used one, it is such a simple thing, and that's why I want to do this, so people who don't know how to build things can actually do something. So, the idea, clamp it on there like this, and then you drill the holes out. It's such a simple, it might get loud here. There. Makes a nice hole, nice tapered hole. So we already have a couple made here. Got 2 holes. So, you get the KREG screws. You want to get the right size. There's a thread. There's coarse and fine thread for different woods. You put them in the hole like that. Such a simple thing, right? Generally, you'll want to clamp these down so they don't ride up, but I've been doing this for a while, so I don't really have too many problems. But put it in there and you just screw them together. You might have to adjust a little bit, go in a little bit, come out, go back in. See, the beauty of this is that you don't have to glue it. You don't have to nail it. You don't have to do anything like that. Two pieces of wood connected, and if you get a little bit of an edge, like say it rides up a little bit, just pull the screw out, do a little bit of adjustment, screw it back in, fix it up. There you have it. And this will not break. That is a very sturdy seam. And when you have a few of them together, I mean, of course I could break it. I guess I'll show you what kind of pressure it takes to break the poplar. Got my full body weight up on it. There we go. See, it actually sheared off these screws. So, if you want to get, heavier duty screws, if you're really that concerned, but I have a backyard bench that's built with these where I haven't had any problems. But it won't pull out of the holes. These things are durable and amazing. And with the kit, you'll get your jig. You'll have to buy a separate clamp usually. You get your little box, buy your little screws, and boom. And I'm doing face frames right now for my cabinets. And what I'll do is I'll just use the KREG to connect my face frames to my side frames, like that. And back in the day, I used to use biscuits and biscuit joiners to do that. What a waste of time. I used to even have to use biscuits to try to connect my my face frames to my shelves, like that. But you can go from underneath with a KREG Jig, and it just saves you so much time. So, if anybody finds that helpful, I'm glad, because I brought this to work the other day, and none of the carpenters had ever used one. And the carpenters have this attitude sometimes, like, well, I haven't used it, I have my own ways. And I go with the flow, I go where the information takes me. And this little jig has changed the way I do carpentry, and there's really no downside to it, and you can use it for anything, connecting plywood, connecting solid wood. It's really, the uses are limitless, and one of the greatest things about the KREG Jig, and no, I don't work for KREG, is you can take these things off, these little side things off, and the little deal. So it's just the unit, and you can slide it into corners of stuff, like really tight corners, you know, say you have something that's not, you know, connected right in your house, or a piece of furniture, or even flooring, you know, you can get into very tight spots and put screws in out of sight and out of mind. And there's one more thing that's pretty cool. I'll show you. Let me grab one. I know. I'm so organized. Geez. You can also buy these. You can buy them in wood or plastic. So if you have something to cover where it's going to show, after you're done, slide the cap in there, and boom, it's a little plastic cap for it. Makes it nice and clean. Or you can just get the wood ones, they slide in there, and then you just sand them off flush. So if you have an area that is exposed, it's not that big of a deal. So I hope you've enjoyed this little backyard warrior tutorial, because I'm not here to help, you know, any carpenter who already knows his business. This isn't going to do him any good. But to the average consumer or homeowner, I know how hard it is to really know how to use certain things or what works for what. So KREG Jig, highly recommended for all. Peace and love.